Hello and happy Monday. It is December 8th, 2025. Y'all, it's almost 2026. I can't believe it. It's just going to be here before you know it. Today, I'm super, super excited, not only for Devos and Doodles, but right after at 1 p.m., I'm starting my kickoff for my workshop, Handmade and Holy. And day one is today, and we're doing gift tags. And so I just had some out here just to kind of show you. I'm actually showing how to do them on paper and on the iPad. So those of you who don't do the iPad, I'm going to be teaching how to hand letter them and make them fancy here. And then if you are an iPad person, I'll teach you how to make them and print them out. And two nice things about the iPad is that you can increase the size and you can make whatever colors you want. So that's really fun, but that's included in the $10 workshop. I do have it linked in the comments. I just added stars to it. And then if you are interested in a kit, I do have a kit. I have five kits, I believe, left. And they are wonderful. I think they've got all the goodies in here that you need to make these, except the markers. And then if you want to add glitter, but all the paper goods and stuff. And then I've added some extra things in here too, some gift bags and stuff for you to play with. So that's really fun. Hello, good morning. There's Miss Tammy and Becky, and April's here. Hi, Terry. Good morning, Karen. Just got on. Did you say how Tribe gets this Handmade and Holy? Yes, yes. Okay, so let me explain for anyone who is here who's a Tribe member or not a Tribe member. If you're a Tribe member, it's Christie's Lettering Tribe. That's a monthly membership that you'll know you're in because you pay for it. You inside the Christie's Lettering Tribe group, we have a link that links you to the Handmade and Holy. You don't need to pay for it. It comes with your membership. We will also be, Jenny, my assistant, is putting a link in the Facebook group 5 minutes before I go live. So you'll know right where to go to find it. You'll also get emails that have the links in there. So that's good. If you are not a member and you want to participate, it's only $10. I do this really, really amazing discounted class. So you can learn how I teach, see if I'm somebody that you're interested in doing more with. And it's a great way to see if you would be interested in joining the membership. So I just do this. I do the Christmas workshop once a year, and then I do other workshops throughout the year. But if you're a Tribe member, those are included. So I hope that answers questions. If you, up at the very top, you can find the link to join the class. You can also find the link to purchase a kit. They're only $18. Jackie's so sweet. I'm going to highlight this. She says, I'm a fantastic teacher. I love you. That's so sweet. I do love teaching. I'm passionate about it. I was born to be a teacher. I was teaching the kids in the neighborhood, in the woods, whenever we were growing up. And that's where we played, in the woods, if you're my generation, And whether they wanted to or not, I made my brother and his friends come sit down, and I was going to teach them. And then I ended up teaching elementary school. And then I stayed home with my kids and decided to start MOPS group at my church. So I was still like kind of that leadership role. And then here I am today. The Lord is hand lettering was never on the radar, but I feel so blessed. And I got here because of a dark journey. It was not pretty. I was seeking, I was so depressed and anxiety and all the things. And I found hand lettering, and I found Bible journaling, and it just did something for my soul. It soothed my soul. And I just, scriptures was what I felt like really moved me and made me feel comfort. And so I have stuck with that. And that's why this is Handmade and Holy, because the holy part I like to make sure we have in there too, because the cards and stuff that we'll be doing for tomorrow are faith-based here. And yeah, because that's, he's the reason for the season. All right. Did you make tree forts also? Of course I made tree forts. Of course. So fun. Yes. Anyway, so I'd love to have you. Here's the little promo for that. Let me show you. Here, it's only 10 projects for $10. That's amazing, right? Okay, a couple more announcements real quick. If you are in my lettering tribe, we are having our Zoom Christmas party next week on the 16th. We want you to be there. There's going to be great games, prizes, lettering, doodling, dress festive, and all the things. I love doing this every year. Y'all are so much fun. If you do join the $10 workshop, you will get this packet, and it has on the first page all the times and dates that we will and what the subject is of what we're doing each day. And just know that the replays are available. Most people watch the replays. There's supply kits, samples with colors, so you can see how I colored it. And then here's your templates here. And these are the shrinky dinks we'll do, or the shrink plastic we'll do for the drink charms. I'll show you that in a minute. And then here's some more templates of things that you can create, and a little bit more about my tribe. All right, two more things. My lettering tribe is officially open today, especially for those of you who are going to join this workshop, this Christmas workshop. You'll see kind of what we do, and it's super fun. And if you decide that you want to be a part of the membership, I do have a special bonus if you sign up before Monday. And I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek here ahead of time. I will be giving you my digital copy of my hand lettering and doodle workbook, and a hand lettered, your name hand lettered. You can choose if the hand lettered is going to be just a template for you just to print out and trace, or I can make a stamp for you if you have Procreate and you want that. So you can let me know that if you join. And then I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to January. If you're in my tribe, we will be doing bingo cards again and a word of the year. So be praying. You want the Lord to lead and guide you to what word of the year that you want to choose. So be thinking about that. We'll talk about that more, but I just want to give you a sneak peek on that. Anyway, are y'all ready to get started on Devos and Doodles? I am. So what we're doing is called The Greatest Gift by Joyce Meyer. And we actually we actually are on week 3. You can start at any time. Don't feel like you're lost. You're always on time whenever you get here. It's just love having you. So we're on week 3. You can go back and catch up, or you can just start where we are. And I'm going to start with the devotional. Time to be a blessing. Let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others. Philippians 2:4. The holiday season is a perfect time to look for ways to help someone else. Even when our thoughts may be on holiday activities, baking cookies, shopping for gifts, school events for the kids, our attention can still be on others. In all the activities surrounding this time of year, don't miss the true focus. We're trying to keep that true focus. We're trying to keep the true story, right? Jesus came as an ultimate gift of love. He gave it all to come as our Savior and to serve others. When he talked about being a servant, he was describing someone who lives to benefit others and someone who sacrifices for another person's joy. Something powerful happens when you serve others, when you don't think of yourself, but you put the needs of someone else before you. You'll find joy and deep satisfaction in your life. Jesus set the greatest example of a perfect servant. His whole life on earth was about serving others. We see one example of Jesus serving others in John 13 when he washed the disciples' feet. In those days, men wore sandals and the roads were not paved. They were plain old dirt. By the time a day ended, the disciples' feet were really dirty, and Jesus offered to wash them. He chose this very practical task to teach his disciples a great lesson about serving one another. Serving others is not typically viewed as a high or esteemed position, and yet Jesus said it is the highest of all. That because when we help others, the one we are actually serving is Christ. That is one of the purposes of being a servant, to show others the love of God that he has shown us so that they too can share it and then pass it on. Serving is simply helping. It's doing something for others. Here are examples of practical ways to serve others. Visit someone who is alone during the holidays, or set up a video chat. Take someone out for lunch. Surprise a family you know by dropping off dinner. If someone asks you for a favor, go above and beyond. Let someone go before you in line at the grocery store. Volunteer to babysit for a single mom or dad so they can do something they enjoy. Bake Christmas cookies for your neighbor. Listen to a friend who needs to talk. You can make a decision to look for ways to help others, not just during the holiday season, but each and every day. And when you do, you're not only going to bring a smile to their faces, you're going to get one yourself. And you will experience the true joy and satisfaction that comes through serving in a whole new way. From Joyce Meyer, You can make any day better when you take your focus off yourself and begin looking for ways to help and serve others. Jump in. Galatians 5:13 says, "We should use the freedom Christ has given us to serve one another in love." And that's the scripture I picked this week to hand letter. You can pick anything that you want, or you can choose what I chose. What can you do to serve someone this week and show them God's love? Look over the list of practical ways to serve others and pick one you can do, or think of your own and then go for it. Do y'all have ideas in the comments that you want to add, that maybe something someone's done that's really nice for you and it made you want to pass it on? I mean, I've been in line at like a, Starbucks or something where someone paid for my drink, and I mean, that's just such a sweet gesture. Or in another drive-through line, had people let me go in front of them, and I've had people brought me food. When I had a miscarriage, people brought me food, and that was so sweet. When I had my babies, when we've lost family members, it's so good to be a part of a community to where you are reaching out and serving one another. So if y'all have ideas, tell us in the comments. I love the idea of taking food. I think I told y'all, here's let me show you I think I showed you last week, but here's my little nativity. This is what my tribe got, the template for this last week to play with. And some of y'all have already posted your work, and it's so cute. I love it. Okay. But here's what we're working on now. This is Devos and Doodles. Every Monday at noon, I go live. I do a little devotional like I just did, and then we do some lettering together. And this one, I feel like we've written this one so many times, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We want to memorize scripture, right? When my husband had a heart attack, a neighbor brought us food. Oh, their three kids benefited greatly. It really makes such a difference. It's such a sweet gesture. It means more to me than people really know, because just making meals is not fun for me. If someone makes me a meal, it's just a huge treat. Okay, serve one another in love. Galatians 5:13. I'm going to add a new layer and make sure I have the right brush and get started. If you are doing this on paper, do it with pencil first, so you can go back and something seems wrong. Hold on. Oh yeah, this goes above that. Okay, I'm going to do that again so I can slow it down for you. So the fancy S, I'm doing a loop. Then I'm going to go down, up, around, and make a loop again, like that. Oh, you had only been moved in for 3 months. Oh, you had a friend to help when your husband had a heart attack. You cleaned for a friend. That is so sweet, Becky. That means the world to me. In fact, I did not know. I thought I was dying. I just had no idea what was wrong with me. And, the doctor said it was a flu or something. And I just thought, I mean, literally to move my body, like barely, I would cry. It hurt so bad. And so finally I found out later I had the West Nile virus, but I was in bed for 3 weeks, and nobody really understood how sick I was. And one of my friends just was like, where's your wife been? Where is Christy? And, my husband said she's been real sick. And so she came over, and I think one of the greatest things that she did for me was to put her hand on me and pray over me. And I mean, still to this day, it just almost brings tears because it meant so much. I just felt so desperate. And but then she went and cleaned out my freezer. That's kind of embarrassing, but because but she did, and that meant the world to me. So just going and praying over someone, sometimes that might seem simple, but it can mean the world to somebody. So I know that West Nile was terrible. I had it during Hurricane Rita. I remember I had the TV on, and it was constantly replaying all of the heartache of people. And it was just like, it's like ingrained in my mind. That's what I think of at the same time. But anyway, I'm great now. I survived. I survived. Okay, back to our S. So I'm going to make a loop, and then I'm going to loop down and around, and there we go. And then I'm going to go right into my E. Now, sometimes people say, how do you make your E? Because if you make it if you go right into it, sometimes it closes it up, right? You have to, I'm exaggerate it and I go out and then pull back around. And then I go into my R. Like so. I know, Sherry. Yes, I totally agree. She said that the iPads will spoil you when you're drawing because it's so true. You get out and you start working with it, and then it's so simple to erase and stuff on the iPad, and so it's easy to jump over there. The West Nile virus is hard to diagnose. Yeah, yeah. And then my E's and S's are always crowded. Yes, it's always good to, I'm gonna fix this, it's bothering me. It's always good to take some time, like slow down when you get to that next spot and kind of process what you're gonna do next, and then you move it over and go around, and then think about what you're gonna do next. I'm gonna go up. I love making this big loop for my R and bring it down, and then I'm gonna go right into my V and then move over for my E. You want to make some space. So serve one, and then another I'm going to do in all print. Sorry, print. Another, not all caps because this is a lowercase. I love making my E's like that better than the other E's. So serve one another, and see how I made it kind of like a puzzle piece where it's fitting together. And then I'm going to make N tiny over here. And then I want love to stand out more. So serve one another in love. We should know this one because I feel like we write this one a lot on Devos Doodles days with different studies. Okay, I'm turn my brush down, and then this is Galatians 5:13. Like that. And then we're going to turn off my template underneath there. Okay, and then I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to start doing my highlighting like I do over here with adding all the color and stuff. And if you are doing this on paper, this is where you just did this in pencil or erasable pen, and then you'll get your highlighters or markers or whatever to do what I'm going to do next. Okay. All right. I'm going to grab this pink, and I think I'm going to do love with the pink one. I'm just going around making a bubble on this one and adding the color. I may want to change the love to black because it will probably stand out better. So we'll look at that in a minute. And then I'm going to grab one of these greens, and then I'll do another with the green. And I think I'm going to make that on a different layer. So it'll go underneath that love in a minute when I fix it. There we go. And then let's grab this blue to do serve. Oh, I want to make it on its own layer too. So it will be below the green. And if you're doing this on paper, then as soon as you finish with your highlighting, then just go over it in a marker to make it stand out. Serve one another in love. And we've got love again. So over here, I just did some like, I don't know what these are called. They're a made up little design between a snowflake and a flower. Then I did small little hearts here. And we're talking about love again. So I may do hearts again, but maybe do bigger hearts so I don't mimic that. I want to do something different. So I'm going to add a layer and then look at the colors again and see what colors I haven't used or what colors I should use. I'm going to grab this orange color and just draw a heart. I've got lots of hearts with my my stamps too that I could find. Okay, so there's that. And then maybe I want to do this pinky red inside of it and see what I think about that. And then maybe I want to add this pink too, and just make some layers of hearts. And I'll do the same thing on the other side with different colors. I'll start maybe with this green. Hi, Vicky. Make a medallion. Thank you. I love these colors. I've been using these colors for the whole Christmas season for everything I do. I call it Christmas sherbet. Live it, live it. Okay, I'm going to get this lighter blue first. Make a heart inside of here. I don't know if it's going to show up enough. I may change it to this other blue. And then make the light blue on top of that. If you want this color palette, Linda, I can give it to you. I can give it to you. Just ask me in the tribe. Say, can I have the Christmas sherbet color palette? And I'll figure out how to get it to you. Anybody else in there that wants it? Okay, so I think that's cute. If I wanted to go a few steps further, oh, since I put these all on one layer, they're not going to work right. But if I have it separated out like this one, I could make that bottom heart stand out more by adding a shadow. So I'll show you. See how I've added a shadow and it's starting to pop out. But the other ones, there's the shadow. The other ones I ended up, I did them on top of each other. So you can't take it apart unless you just back everything up. Look how good that looks. That looks so much better. What I could do though, if I wanted to, I could just start over and make a heart on top of this one. So we'll pretend like this one, the other one's not there. And then I can duplicate this, make a shadow. Uh-oh, I didn't change the color. One moment, please. There we go. Now it's black. And I've got my Gaussian blur. And see, it just looks good to have that dimension there. And I would do the same for the ones underneath it. I have time. I'll do some more. So that this red color. Okay, let's do this one. Oops, I didn't color that in good. I still didn't color that in good. Hold on. Okay. Bring that back. Now I'm going to duplicate this, change it to black. And then now this one will also have a shadow. And it looks so much better, right? So if you're doing this on paper, you can take a gray marker and just put like a line next to the heart to make it look like it's three-dimensional. And then this last one, I actually can do it. I'm going to tap that over, and then I'm going to Gaussian blur. And it just looks good to make those layers. This one's layered too now. It's got a dimension to it. There we go. Oh, a medallion is not a slow. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Vicki. Good. All right. This is what we have for today. I hope that you will join me at 1 p.m. Central, which is in 35 minutes. Did I show y'all my shrinky dink, my little shrinky dink drink charms? I'm having so much fun drinking out of my wine glass. Just my water. It makes me feel pretty. But anyway, I'm going to show how to do these in the workshop, the Christmas workshop this week. And I learned something. That I'm so glad I learned, because I do all this stuff so I can teach you. And look at this. Look how that water drop did. Look at what it did. So we have to seal these before we put them on our glasses. And this one's I printed out on the iPad, so it might be that reason because we didn't color it. But just to be safe, um, I ended up going ahead this morning and spraying these to seal them to make sure. I'm going to practice with them some more to make sure. But anyway, I have to learn all the whatnots for you so you don't have to go through that. Anyway, I hope y'all had a wonderful day today during Devos and Doodles. I'm so glad you're here. It means the world to me. If you're watching the replay, please go ahead and make a comment. And because we want to know that you're here, and just say replay or something. But all right, see y'all soon. Have a great day. Bye.